This is a quote from the Wall Street Journal this morning from an editorial that is talking about how Trump is managing all of this and how he's doing in this campaign. It says he's right that most of the media, this is about the media comment, want him to lose. But then that was also true of George W. Bush, George H.W. Bush, and Ronald Reagan. And the editorial goes on to say it's true of every Republican presidential nominee. The difference is that Mr. Trump has made it so easy for the media and his opponents. So each time there's a reset, right? Maybe this is the reset when he does this foreign policy speech today. He gets in the way of his own message a lot, though, Kate.
Yeah, you know, here's the thing. I worked for President Reagan, and President Reagan understood he is never going to get a fair deal from the Washington press corps. That's just the way it is. And stop worrying about it, stop whining about it, stop complaining about it, outsmart it. Now, the way Reagan outsmarted it is he spoke directly to the American people. He went around the country, he gave speeches, he talked to local press corps, he did a lot of time on radio, and he was able to sort of jump over the heads and speak directly to the American people. Trump does the same thing in a different medium. He does it with Twitter. He's talking directly to the American people through Twitter. So, as well as his very off-the-cuff remarks. Now, I think as he's getting to be a more sophisticated candidate, he'll understand what Reagan did. You're not going to ever get a fair break as a Republican or as a conservative candidate from the mainstream media. The mainstream media is like 99% liberal, and they feel it is their mission in life to prevent a conservative president that they don't like from getting into office. So just outsmart him, and I think Trump's getting there, and my guess is he will get there before the end of this campaign.
It's so interesting what you're saying about the way that Reagan ran, and you know, we know there's, regardless of how truthful or not truthful that New York Times piece was about what's going on in the inner workings of the Trump campaign, clearly they're having discussions about how things are going and whether or not things are going well. Of course they are. That's what they do. And I think about, you know, him saying the opposite of her campaign slogan, which is "I'm with her." He said, "I'm with you." So jumping over the media is what he has to do, you're saying. I mean, that's where he needs to go.
And successful presidents have mastered the medium of the moment. So FDR, for example, in the fireside chats, radio was new to America during World War II and the Depression. He used it to talk directly to the American people. Reagan used television. He used the visual image. Every time Reagan made a speech, there was a backdrop that reinforced what he was saying. He used television to speak directly to the American people. Now we have new media, new social media, and can the new president, can whoever is the new president, speak directly to the American people through that new medium? You sure don't get the feeling that Hillary Clinton is speaking directly to the American people. She doesn't even talk to the press.